try to show you how efficient that can be for heating your vehicle. Probably they'll have to sit in the fire for an hour or so. Let's get the rocks heating up. So I tied some wire around my rocks. And hopefully I can transport them that way. Metal box. Put my rocks here. Be careful you don't touch anything with it. It's a big one. A little awkward. Oh yeah. The heat is just radiating off these. Look at the ice. It's just melting like crazy. So in about 5 or 6 minutes, we're up from -9 to 0. You see, I wasn't kidding you about heating your vehicle with hot rocks. See, another handy trick to know. Your vehicle doesn't start in the bush and you got to stay with it. Ice on my steak. So I can sit here in warmth and cook my breakfast on the rocks. And it's gone from -9 to +10 in about half an hour. So 20 degrees in half an hour. The ice was off the windows within like minutes. It was unbelievable. My steak is done too. A couple of big hot rocks, an hour in the fire. You can keep your vehicle warm all night. Like these rocks will stay warm for hours. And I cooked my steak. There we go. Okay, we're set for the night. Got the fire. The boat, if it rains, will be perfectly fine. I'm good. It's soft ground under there. Even if it freezes tonight, I'll be fine. So, right on. I'm perfectly content here. This is comfortable, believe it or not. Like I say, I do this a lot. Don't forget, like in an emergency, a boat works great for a shelter too. And this is actually pretty cool. I'm going to collect a bunch of this. It's going to take a bit of it at a time. And then just keep making more bundles. I'm just going to tie them together like that. And I even had some, I even got grass left over, which I'll just lie on. But what I want to do is clean as many away as I can. Put a nice platform of rocks. About here, I'm going to take a big flat guy. We don't want them rolling off. I'm going to put rocks around it so that the hot rocks don't roll out of there. We'll probably have to put a brace in the middle. It could break. Now I just got to line it with my cross ones and then go get my moss. And I'll be styling tonight. And like I say, now the moss will hold these in place once we put the moss on. You know, nice moss, but pretty wet. I'll probably just use my coat upside down to carry it. Okay. All right, Finn. and just put some of the dry grass on top. Right, Tim? Put it there until I get in place. Holds me nice. Okay. Morning. That was okay. And actually the hot rocks, they warmed the bed up quite nice. With the grass on here, I was perfectly dry. I really like this raised bed situation. The hot rocks worked well. Actually dried the moss out quite a bit as well. This would be more ideal for a winter situation. A little different setup. We've got some big overhanging rocks. And this is another good spot to look for, is where you have some overhanging rocks. Usually you can find a good spot for a shelter. So we're going to look around here and show you another good spot. Now look at how good this is. Big overhang. And the ground is soft here. It's kind of like flour, the dirt here under this. This is like a very soft shale. This is what I call a perfect spot. This is even better than under the tree because I'm protected from the wind, from the rocks, and I got a big cove to get in. I can have my fire right here, and there is firewood around. This is ideal, absolutely ideal for an overnight shelter in an emergency without having to build a shelter. And sometimes if you're injured, you won't be able to build a shelter anyway. But if you got a lighter, you should be able to start a fire. This is what I like.
Gatorlight, a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes for rapid rehydration. Gatorlight, is it in you?
Ooh, baby, eBay. Things people love. Hey.
Hey, I'm stuck.
You're stuck?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. I remember that bit. What if you tried looking a little farther away?
Doing theirs as well.
Yeah?
But it's closed.
You sure?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Okay, I got it.
How does HR feel with deal? Like hiring, onboarding, managing insights, and more, all on a global scale. Deal, your forever people platform.
Let's just say that you're in a situation where either can't have a fire or can't start a fire or whatever, and your moss is soaking wet. You can make a beautiful mattress with garbage bags, even if your moss is wet. Actually, these are like pretty good garbage bags. So, I mean, it's that simple. So, no matter how wet your moss is, you're going to have a nice mattress. Second, you can make a tarp. Actually, these are good, strong garbage bags, so cut down the seam. And duct tape is pretty good stuff, too. Probably run another row of tape. Duct tape is a great thing too. Now you've got like almost a 6x6 tarp. Now these are the big bags, which is what I usually carry. But let's see if we can utilize this for a shelter now. I'm gonna go around this big tree with the one corner. Okay, pull it fairly tight. Push it in the ground. If you can pound it, better. I can run tape from here to another tree to support it if it gets windy. So small little shelter, but it's like 6 by almost 6, I would say. Just out of 2 garbage bags, 2 large garbage bags. There you go. Nice tarp. So now I've got a spot that's plenty adequate for me to stretch out, sleep. If it's raining, I'm fine. As long as we don't get a windstorm. So I would suggest you'd want to take more time if you're spending the night to secure it better. That's how easy it can be though. Usnea, also known as old man's beard. It comes in this kind of greenish brown. What I want to do in this video is make a survival blanket with it. If you're pressed for time, you can take piles of it like this and put over yourself all the way up and down, or braid it with 3 strands into something that looks like this. But it will cover from my toes right up to my neck. We're going to want to twist it fairly tight like this when we braid it. I've got 3 ready to braid. Got those tied together. We're just going to braid it like a ponytail. You have to be fairly gentle with it because you can tear it. You see how we're going to twist each one before we wrap it. And then hold it with your thumb here too. And it's okay once they're to push it together, and that helps hold it as well. So what I'm going to do now is hang this up across a couple of my teepee poles so that I can keep each strand separate. I tied the ends together with dog bane, but now string it up so I can get my strands where they're supposed to go, and every 4 inches tie them together. All tied together, nice. Weighs about 4 pounds probably. I'm perfectly happy with it, and it's going to do just fine. Oh yeah, it's long enough. Well, I made sure of that. I'll use my coat for a pillow because I think it's going to be plenty warm. Moss is dry. This is going to be great. Oh, trample everything. You can sleep on the moss. You'll be fine. Well, I'm having a little trouble sleeping, but that's just because I'm thinking about stuff. But this blanket is warm. I'm not even kidding. So, oh, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to take this summer coat, which has no insulation value, and show you how you can make a winter coat out of a summer coat using cattails. So there's some cattails all through this swamp here. We're going to collect a bunch of those first off. But basically, the coat has 2 layers. Like I say, there's not much to it. It has an outer layer, the raincoat, and an inner layer. So basically, I'm going to take my knife, make an incision in the top, big enough for my hand, so when I'm pulling the seeds out, or I can get my hand down in there and scrape them. Push it down as far as you can into the arms. You're going to get seeds all over the place, but it's about a warm coat. When I get it done, how thin it was to how thick it'll be. You just keep shoving these seeds way down in the arms, down the back. If you're trying to keep warm in a survival situation, just stuff it all the way. But I actually had to make 2 incisions, one at each arm and the back, because they're separate. Just got to fill the rest of the coat. Hopefully I can get it on. But this is going to insulate me. Okay, we got the coat filled. Now she's all puffy. Can tell the difference. Now, you'll notice one thing. I haven't broken a lot of the branches off the tree itself, because when I put my boughs, I can weave them through the branches and get them to stay easier too. Just the bottom side. I don't care about the top side. Just where it's going to be poking me and whatever. Nice spot for a bed, even though I got no bedding. This side I have to block in. The wind's coming from this direction. And even if it rains, I don't think this thing will leak. It's going to be good. The shelter's done, and I like it. It's awesome. I'm thinking about 5 hours to put this all together. But if 5 hours is going to save your life, keep you from getting hypothermia, I think 5 hour investment is not bad. One thing I should mention, you don't want to have your fire too close to a shelter like this. If this thing catches on fire, it'll go up like a Roman candle. I'm going to have my fire out at least maybe 15 feet from the shelter. This is going to be great. I think I'm going to sleep like a baby. Right on. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. It is a nice day today, so it's perfect to get my shelter done today. It is supposed to start and rain, so my timing's perfect. Get the shelter built before the rain. I'm going to use skunk cabbage leaves like shingles, big ones like this, but I'm going to avoid ones with holes, obviously, then it's going to leak. But look at how nice that is. The water will funnel down here, right off. It'll be perfect. Take it down. When you're building emergency survival shelters, you want to make them small, just what you can get in. Put a couple of poles up, poles across, layer it or shingle it with my skunk cabbage leaves. And I don't really have to tie these down, they're pretty heavy. I gotta put more cross braces and I just layer it like shingles. You see? It's a start, and it's an emergency shelter, preferably for overnight if you're actually in a survival situation. The leaves do wilt. This one's starting to wilt already, but it should do you fine for the night in a rainstorm, especially if you take my advice and build under a couple of big trees to start with. Second layer done. The ridges are kind of up right now, but they'll just fold around each other and make even better seal. I'm staggering the joints. It's all layered like shingles. It'd be fine anyway, But like I say, as they wilt, it'll even get better. Hard to believe things actually get better sometimes. May as well do a test, eh? And I'll show you what I mean. It would take a real windstorm to blow them off. You see how waxy they are? The water just beads right off them. Not a drop inside. And that's pouring water over them. So that's what skunk cabbage can do for you. Emergency shelter situation. Well, we're going to stay under here. Sit down. Lie down. I feel pretty good about this emergency skunk cabbage shelter. Like I say, just like shingles, it's going to be awesome. Well, folks, I slept really well in here, to be honest with you. And it did rain. It was a good thing. It rained all night. So now I can show you how dry it is under here. And this rotten log here made a great pillow. Really soft. A lot better than a rock. Rained all night. And in here, dry as a bone. This emergency shelter with the skunk cabbage leaves works dynamite. The moss comes off these rocks pretty easily. So I'm going to try to put moss like this, and then at least I can get under here. Hope it doesn't rain. But it's been raining a lot. So you never know. Oh boy. So tired. I need some more moss still. You see, you should layer it like this so that the bottom one, the top one, goes over top, just like shingles. It's the way you want to do it. Heat up some hot rocks. This one here is pretty warm. I can bring it inside to keep warm if I have to, like a hot water bottle. Got a spot to hide out of the rain if I have to. Zach's building a shelter over there as well. So we really did not plan on this situation. It just was too far and too difficult. Neither one of us had the energy to even go back. And we didn't bring anything with us, really. But we will make it. This is what we do. So, that was a terrible night. Didn't get any sleep. Basically heated up rocks to put in my pockets. Just kept the fire going all night, and I tried dozing off, but it wasn't comfortable enough to get any sleep. Here?
On your main,
Okay.
you should nip all those branches off. You want the hatchet?
Still sizzling away.
Stay out of the way, I guess. Okay. Get those trees out of my way. Oh, it's taking a lot of calories building this. She wants to roll, but Just running out of energy. It's getting tough. Well, it's just a couple more pieces here. All I got left.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He's looking right at me.
Probably smells our fish.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He's like, that guy is huge. We didn't build those hammock things high enough. We didn't build our platforms high enough for this guy.
Maybe tonight I'm going to try to get mine set up in the trees because I'm the only guy on the ground with that big grizzly hanging around. So got all set up there. There's barely enough room. Basically, the hammock is stretched right from tight to that pole to the other tree. See? Barely any room to work with, but a lot safer up there. Home, sweet home. Feel nice and safe up there. And that big grizzly. Yeah, that's better.
Popcorners. Delicious.
Why does our idea of health and well-being so often stop